Hi, welcome back to Art by Brooke. So in my last video, I did a Dollar Tree paint pour using the Dollar Tree Plus canvas and pre-mixed pouring paint that I found. If you missed that video, I actually did this painting, which turned out so amazing. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and go back to that video and watch it. I actually did more of an in-depth review there as well. So I might be referencing some things from that, so I would recommend watching that if you're interested. Okay, right off the bat, you can see on here that each of these paints was $3 and the canvas was $3. In my last video, I mentioned a fishy smell as the paint, like a little bit after the paint got poured and then it kind of as it dried. Now, I thought that might be the paint, which actually it didn't smell like a fishy smell when I just smelled it from the bottle. It smelled kind of like wall paint. And I actually just recently got a new tattoo, and I was talking to the tattoo artist about the fishy smell in the paint, and she actually has some experience with liquid latex because she's done some special effects makeup, which actually sounds super cool. And she actually mentioned that that smells like fish when it's drying, and that it's not super fun to put on your face because you have to smell it. So that's a possibility. It could be the paint. But when I unwrapped this canvas, I noticed the fishy smell. So possibly it's the canvas, and that would make sense that the paint didn't smell like it right away, but then as the paint seeped into the other canvas, possibly it released more of the smell. Also, another option, this canvas could just be prepped with the same stuff that they use in their paints. So not sure what it is. It's not ideal, but it's not actually my least favorite thing about this set. I really, really like these paints. One thing is that even after the paint dries, it stays really sticky. It almost feels like paint that's not like fully dry yet. That's not my favorite thing. It's not super ideal, but part of that is probably just the fact that it's not a matte dry down. I'm just used to using Floetrol, which dries matte. The nice thing is it does peel up well from my plastic, and some of the other premixed pouring paint that I've used hasn't really done that, so I'm still thinking this is probably in the running for some of my favorites that I've used. I haven't used that many, but you can actually check out my videos. I'll link a few in the description. Okay, let's jump into this. I have light pink, kind of a magenta color, black, white, and metallic gold, and I was thinking that I'll do a tree ring pour on this canvas. I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. All right, so the gold looks super cool with the magenta pink. This isn't my favorite, but part of that is because I'm just really mad that the magenta and black poured off because I liked that look a lot. I'm interested in doing some more experimenting with this paint. It felt way thinner this time. I did shake them up before using them and let them settle a little bit, but maybe I let them settle too long. I'm not sure. I just didn't want to get a ton of extra little bubbles. But I don't really know what to make of that because I definitely think the consistency was better last time. And some of the colors this time were thicker, like the black and I believe the magenta, or maybe it was the black and the gold, but some of them just came out almost like water. And I think that's why we had so much pour off, because it was really thin and it was hard to get the edges covered. But I also still do think this is neat. I'm going to use my torch on it and see if I can pop some bubbles. I see a lot of little ones, and then I'll let it sit for a little while and we'll take a closer look. Also, one of my thoughts is maybe I will do another paint pour with this paint using one of my personal canvases and see if we still get that fishy smell. I know it's kind of a silly thing to keep talking about, but I'm just really curious. Okay, it has been about 10 minutes, so let's take a closer look. The gold is very pretty, and as we saw with my last one, that dries really nicely as well. And I really like this area up here where the magenta is kind of like spreading out with the gold. I like this effect where you can see like the darker magenta and then kind of the cloudiness. And then up here we have a little bit lighter. It's showing up lighter on the video, I think, than in real life. Oh, this is neat over here, this little corner. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. And then this is kind of my least favorite part, just because there is a lot of pale pink in there too, but it's very similar to the white, so it's not showing up super well. Maybe that'll get darker as it dries. I'm not super used to these paints yet, so I don't know for sure, but we'll see. Overall, I think it's a fun effect regardless. And if it dries and it's mostly just white in here, I could also maybe try doing an embellishment of some sort. That's not really in my comfort zone, but that's kind of the fun part about using things like Dollar Tree supplies is they didn't cost a ton, so let's experiment. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this and if you've tried these paints. Also, I got a few comments on my last video of people saying that they don't have Dollar Tree near them, or maybe they're from another country. Let me know if you're from a different area and maybe you've never seen a Dollar Tree before, but you have some sort of inexpensive store where you've been able to find supplies that maybe you can make work for you. I'd be really interested to hear about that. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell so you get a notification every time I post a new video. And if you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.